Hi, Dawn Ventry with IEP Advocacy Mama here. I am posting today to discuss a little bit about prepping for your ARD meeting. If this is your first annual ARD, congratulations. Prepare yourself. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but you'll get through it. Things to prepare for your ARD before you go into an ARD meeting. You're going to want to make sure that you have spoken to every team member beforehand. Anybody who works with your kid, whether it's speech, OT, dyslexia, whether it is their special education teacher, whether it's their ELAR, whatever it is, they're going to reach out to you ahead of time once they've gathered all of their work and are prepping for the meeting. They're going to talk about what their goals are, what they're looking at, what they've seen, what suggestions they have from you. This rapport is really friendly, and it should be. If you're not getting this rapport, then you need to reach out to them and say, hey, I'd like to discuss before the ARD where we are with goals, where we are on progress, all of that good stuff. You're also going to want to make sure you have all of this stuff ahead of time. So when you talk to all of these people, they're going to reach out to you, you're going to reach out to them, however it is. Make sure that you take good notes. If they email you, save those emails, go through it. Any questions you have, reach out and say, hey, I have some questions before the meeting. Like, is this what you are planning as the goal? Let's go through it. Do we think that this is an appropriate goal? Is it measurable? Is this something that we have to go through and say, okay, this is going to be 9 weeks, 36 weeks, however we do it. Do we benchmark it? Do we not benchmark it? You're going to want to go through that with them. Ask questions. If you're confused about anything that they've written down, by all means, ask questions. You have every right to very nicely say, hey, I'm not understanding this. Can you explain it to me? Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe this isn't what the behavior that we see at home, which is okay, because a lot of times kids have different behaviors at home than they have at school, and it's completely normal. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just going to want to ask questions so you can work together to figure out the best and most appropriate way to help your child in the educational setting. What I am going to suggest is that if you do not receive communication or reports before your ARD meeting, and I would say about 5 days before the ARD meeting, if you haven't received anything, reach out to the team and say, hey, I haven't received anything. I just wanted to know where we were on the goals, where we were on evaluations, where we were in all this, so that I can be prepared for the meeting. And most school districts are very wanting you to be prepared. They don't want to go into a meeting where they have to schedule another meeting. At least they shouldn't. I've not experienced where a school district's like, oh, yeah, we're not going to give you any information so that we can have 12 meetings. That's annoying. They don't want to do it. They don't have time to do it. And that's just the way it is. If you don't receive that information, though, reach out to the scheduler, the SPED admin that scheduled the ARD, and say, hey, I haven't received anything. I have nothing to walk into this ARD with. If I don't get it, we may have to reschedule the ARD. That usually lights a fire under somebody's butt and gets them moving and gets you everything you need. But when you walk in there, please remember, kindness is the best way to get the information you need. It can be frustrating. It can be tiring. You're like, this is so important to me. But remember that they deal with a big chunk of their school that also has IEPs and ARDs, and they have to coordinate with lots of teachers and make sure that they have everything together. So you want to be as pleasant as possible and be as understanding as possible to their schedule, as they should be to yours. The best way to communicate is in a friendly, professional manner. Swallow those personal feelings, because sometimes it can be frustrating, and move forward. I'm going to post more about what to expect when you get into the ARD meeting. But follow us, like our page, and send us any questions you have. Thanks, and have a great day.